Welcome back to a new post today. Today let's look at the reference group of Robert K. Merton. What does he say? He explains through this concept how individuals evaluate themselves and their behaviors by comparing them to groups that they belong to or aspire to join as well, distinguishing between membership groups that they actually belong to and non-membership group, that is aspirational groups, and further categorizing them as positive, emulated, or negative, that is rejected, to form counter norms, fundamentally shaping their identity and also the social comparison, especially relevant in mobile societies. So what are the key concepts with regard to reference groups? First of all, this group is any individual that uses a standard for evaluating their own actions, beliefs and achievement. Membership groups, groups an individual actually belongs to, like family, school, college, an institution where they work, etc. Non-membership groups, groups an individual does not belong to because it uses it as a point of comparison or aspiration. What are the types of reference groups? Merton says they are positive reference groups and negative reference groups. Positive reference groups are those whose norms, values, lifestyle are admired and they are emulated by the groups itself. Like for example, young artists emulating their role models. Negative reference groups, groups that are disliked or rejected, promoting individuals to form counter norms in opposition. For example, colonials or Naxalites or terrorist group, etc. Now, what are the functions of these reference groups? Social comparison, they provide a benchmark for judging one's status, role and performance along with behavior. They are anticipatory socialization norms, adopting norms of aspirational groups to prepare for membership for further groups like these, facilitating an upward mobility. Relative deprivation is one more function, explains feelings of discontent arising from comparing oneself to better off group, leading to awareness of one's own disadvantages. Middle range theory. Merton intended that this middle range theory, focusing on specific social phenomena rather than on grand societal theories, acknowledging its context dependent on applicability. Therefore, Merton gives us a very good idea of reference groups and helps us to learn from the positive ones, negative, and leave from the negative ones. He also helps us to build our behavior, customs, norms based on the positive reference groups, which help us to assimilate or to socialize or even to build up, climb up the ladder of social stratification, while the negative reference groups are one which are disliked, which helps us to change our behavior and leave aside those behaviors and norms which will definitely exclude us from social groups or also will not help us in climbing the ladder of stratification. Therefore, this contribution of Robert K. Merton is not only helpful to be a part of the society and various groups as all, but also to build oneself to play the better role in the position they are. So I hope you did like these few points about reference groups of Robert K. Merton. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to comment at the end of the video. I shall meet you in my new post. Until then, it's happy learning.